Happiness after 70 is not about holding on. It's about letting go.
Have you ever wondered why, even after turning 70 and living through so many storms, you still feel a heavy weight in your heart? The truth is that happiness in later life doesn't come from adding more to your days, but from learning to let go. Letting go of the things that silently steal your peace so you can reclaim the lightness you truly deserve. In this video, we will uncover 8 things you must release right now to open a new chapter of life that is lighter, fuller, and happier. And you are watching Next Chapter 50, where the second half of life becomes a brand new beginning. The first thing you must let go of after turning 70 is the belief that there is nothing left to learn. At this stage of life, many people convince themselves that they have already seen it all, lived through wars, social changes, inventions, love, loss, revolutions, and countless personal stories. They believe that decades of experience are enough to understand everything about life. Yet the very moment you think there is nothing new to learn is the moment life begins to lose its spark. Your soul slowly closes off, and the light of curiosity fades from your eyes. Curiosity is not only for the young, it is the flame that keeps your spirit alive at any age. When you remain eager to explore and discover, you remain youthful in both mind and heart. Learning does not only come from books or formal study, it comes from listening to the ideas of younger generations, from embracing new technologies, from trying different routines, or even from observing the world with an open heart. Every day can be a classroom, every person you meet can be a teacher, and every experience, no matter how small, can open a new horizon. Remind yourself that you are always a student of life, because life itself is far greater than any knowledge you already possess. When you keep your mind open, you not only keep your intellect sharp, but also nurture your emotional vitality, spiritual curiosity, and a deep sense of joy. Do not trap yourself in the cage of self-satisfaction, because the more you learn and the more questions you dare to ask, the more you realize there is still so much beauty and wisdom waiting for you. This openness allows you to stay mentally flexible, emotionally alive, and spiritually young, even when your body grows older. At 70 or 80, you still have the chance to grow, to expand, and to enjoy the endless wonders of life. After the age of 70, one of the most important choices you can make is to release toxic relationships. By this stage of life, you have lived through enough to know that not everyone deserves a place in your world. Some people, even those who share your blood, can still bring heaviness, criticism, or pain each time you interact with them. At this time, inner peace is your greatest treasure, and you have every right to protect it by creating distance from anyone who drains your spirit or diminishes your worth. There is no need to hold on out of duty or fear of judgment, because the truth is, you do not owe anyone the price of your suffering. What you truly need is a safe and nourishing space where you are respected, encouraged, and allowed to be fully yourself. Letting go of harmful ties is not selfish. It is an act of self-love. Once you step away from negativity, you will feel lighter and freer, and you will also open the door to connections that are positive, supportive, and deeply meaningful. At this stage of life, the number of people around you matters far less than the quality of each bond you choose to keep. Surround yourself with those who lift you higher, who value your presence, and who bring calm and joy into your days. When you have the courage to release relationships that wound you, you safeguard not only your emotional health, but also send a powerful message to yourself that you are worthy of serenity. This is the reward your heart deserves after a long journey, allowing the years ahead to be truly peaceful, fulfilling, and happy. It may be drawers stuffed with items unused for decades, closets overflowing with outdated memories, or boxes filled with old photographs and letters that only stir sadness. All of these objects not only occupy physical space, but also weigh invisibly on the mind, keeping your spirit restless and uneasy. Clutter also resides within the heart, where regrets are stored, unspoken words remain buried, and painful memories resurface to torment you. At this stage, you deserve to live in complete peace, no longer chained to the shadows of the past. The third thing many people over 70 should bravely let go of is the clutter that fills both their homes and their hearts. As you enter the later chapters of life, lightness and serenity matter far more than any possession, yet so many still hold on to things that no longer serve a purpose. Begin with small steps, perhaps by reorganizing a room, giving away belongings that still have value to someone who needs them, or simply discarding what no longer carries meaning. Letting go of excess is not a loss but a wise exchange. If you give back what no longer fits in your life and receive in return freedom of mind and clarity of spirit. This is the simple yet profound path to making your 70s not only lighter, but also clearer, calmer, and more deeply fulfilling than ever before. If you enjoyed this video, press subscribe. If not, press like. The fourth thing you must release is the fear of growing old, because age is not a sign of decline but a rare privilege. Proof that you have endured and overcome so much to still be here today. Every wrinkle on your face is not simply a mark of time but a story of resilience. Every strand of gray hair is not the loss of youth but a symbol of experience and wisdom. Society often tries to convince us that aging means weakness, that slowing down or looking different is something to be ashamed of. But in truth, it is the opposite. These changes are living evidence that you have faced life's challenges and prevailed. Instead of worrying about how your body changes, learn to see them as pages of a diary written on your skin, where each line and mark is a memory no one can take away. Fear of age only shrinks your spirit, robs you of joy in the present, and prevents you from embracing the beauty of the life you still have. When you stop being afraid, you will discover that life after 70 is still filled with chances to love, to learn, to share, and to create moments worth remembering. Remind yourself that growing old is a gift not everyone receives. Many had to stop their journey far too early, never given the chance to see a silver crown of hair or witness the calm beauty of later seasons. So rather than resisting or resenting age, be grateful and treasure every single day you can breathe, smile, and watch the sunrise. When you accept aging with gratitude, you will realize that it does not take anything away from you. On the contrary, it grants you freedom, depth, and a quiet beauty that youth could never offer. The fifth lesson to embrace after turning 70 is to stop expecting others to bring you happiness. Joy is not the duty of your children, the obligation of a spouse, the responsibility of friends, or something society must deliver. In earlier years, you may have believed that love, recognition, or companionship were the only sources of fulfillment. Yet after weathering decades of change and challenge, it becomes clear that true contentment can only be created within. Placing the burden of your happiness on others inevitably leads to disappointment, because no one can fully understand or satisfy every hidden desire you hold. At this stage of life, time is too precious to wait for someone else to give you permission to be joyful. Instead, take charge and craft moments of delight for yourself. This could mean learning a new skill, returning to a hobby you once abandoned, joining a local group, strolling through nature, or simply savoring a quiet cup of tea in peace. When you choose to cultivate your own joy, your spirit feels younger, your energy grows lighter, and you are no longer dependent on the attention or approval of others. You do not need an invitation to join in life, and you do not need constant praise to confirm your worth. Grant yourself the freedom to enjoy life in each present moment. By shifting your focus from seeking externally to nurturing internally, you will discover that happiness was never truly absent. It has always been there, waiting for you to open your heart and embrace it. That is the essence of real freedom, and it is a form of happiness that remains steady and lasting in the later years of life. The sixth thing to remember after the age of 70 is to stop comparing yourself to younger generations. Many people feel a sense of regret when they see the health, energy, and vibrant appearance of those in their 20 or 30, unconsciously placing themselves in a race that was never meant to exist. Youth has its own beauty, but after decades of experience, you now carry wisdom, perspective, and depth that younger people cannot yet possess. If you constantly look back wishing you were younger, you risk missing the treasures that the present moment offers. The strength of later years is not found in muscle or speed, but in the calm way you face challenges, in the steadiness of your spirit, and in the clarity with which you see life. This is a different kind of power, more enduring and far more grounded, one that allows you to truly savor the richness of existence. Instead of competing, honor the path you have walked. For every wrinkle tells a story of survival, and every memory is a priceless lesson the young have yet to learn. Let the younger ones enjoy their season of life, while you embrace the freedom and serenity of yours. By refusing to compare, you lighten your heart and open yourself to joy and simplicity, in quiet moments, and in the deep appreciation that only comes with age. You are not falling behind. you are standing on a higher step of life's ladder, where wisdom, peace, and depth are the greatest gifts you could ever hold. Support the channel with a like and share. Write 1 inch the comments if you found value, 0 if you didn't. The 7th lesson is to release regret over the past, because dwelling on what has already happened only weighs down the heart and robs you of present joy. Every one of us carries choices we wish we could change, words we wish we had spoken, or decisions that make us wonder how life might have turned out differently. Yet the truth is that time never rewinds, and the past, whether joyful or painful, has already become part of your journey. The only power you have now is to forgive yourself, to recognize that in those moments, you did the best you could with the knowledge and strength you had. Blame only prolongs suffering, while compassion opens the door to peace. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting, but accepting and transforming old experiences into lessons that allow you to grow. See your scars as proof of your resilience, reminders that you are strong enough to endure, and honor yourself for surviving. When you choose to close the door on regret, your spirit feels lighter, free from the images and emotions that used to hold you captive. Life after 70 still offers countless opportunities to write new chapters, to love more deeply, to discover new passions, and to enjoy each moment fully. Do not let what cannot be changed drag you backward. Instead, use it as a foundation to walk forward with greater wisdom and strength. Every sunrise is a fresh beginning, a chance to live more meaningfully than the day before. Give yourself permission to let go of regret, for only then can you truly embrace the present and welcome the future with peace and joy you have always deserved. The 8th step is to let go of the false belief that it is too late to begin something new, because age has never been a true barrier to dreams or aspirations. Many people in their 70s, 80s, or even 90s tell themselves that every door has closed, that time has run out, and that opportunity now belongs only to the young. Yet the reality is very different. These later years can actually be the freest time of your life, when you are no longer trapped in the grind of work, no longer burdened by the need to prove yourself, and no longer living under the weight of others' expectations. This is the moment to return to your own heart, to listen to long-forgotten desires, and to give yourself permission to live authentically. There are countless examples of people who began anew in later years. Some discovered love again at 70, meeting a soulmate they never imagined would come. Others, well into their 80s, have written books, composed music, painted works of art, or launched channels to share their wisdom and inspire future generations. There are even 90-year-olds learning technology, taking online courses, or cultivating the garden they dreamed of since youth. These stories prove that aging does not strip away creativity, contribution, or joy. In fact, age grants you freedom, wisdom, and depth, allowing you to pursue these things with greater clarity and strength. The only real obstacle is the limiting belief that whispers you are too late, that nothing worthwhile can begin now. But ask yourself, if you are still breathing, still walking, still dreaming, why deny yourself the chance? You can finally write the book you have carried in your heart, learn to play an instrument, embark on journeys to see the world with fresh eyes, or simply build habits that strengthen your body and soul. Every day you are alive is another opportunity to create, to love, to spread kindness, and to leave a meaningful mark. Never believe that your time has passed, because the moment you choose to act, you realize the days ahead are not a burden but a precious gift, and your story is still waiting to be written with some of its brightest chapters yet. As you arrive at this moment, remember one truth: if you are not finished, you are still becoming a deeper, fuller version of yourself. Life after 70 is not the end. It is the opening of a new chapter where you hold the pen and have the freedom to write the most meaningful and colorful pages yet. Do not let anyone or any old belief convince you that your chances are over, because every day you wake up is proof that you can still love, still learn, still create, and still contribute. You have already walked through storms, endured struggles, and gathered experiences that now serve as your strength to move forward with greater peace. Treasure the present, for this is your time to live for yourself, to release the unnecessary burdens, and to open your heart to true freedom. You no longer need to chase recognition from the outside or struggle to prove your worth, because your worth has already been written across the years you have lived. Now, your only task is to ignite the flame within your soul and let it guide you forward. Let today be your beginning, a chance to embrace simple joys, to love yourself more deeply, and to spread calm and kindness to those around you. If these words have touched your heart, I invite you to leave one word in the comments: free. Let it be your powerful declaration that you are ready to release the past, the fear, and the invisible limits, and to finally step into the life you truly deserve. This is your time, and you have the power to make the next chapter the most beautiful one yet.